Alright guys, Crusty old crow's calling bullshit on this day. This is Ottawa. This is what I woke up to today. So all my plans went for a bus because I am not able to clear all that in time to make it to my buddies today as my plans had. So I thought, why not just shoot a video? And I'm going to show you guys my workshop. So yeah, tactical perspective, Crusty old crow workshop video. Sounds like fun. Why not? All right, guys. So this is the area I work in. Just gonna go back up and close the door. Like I said, not ideal space here, but this is the space that I work with when I'm doing all my stuff. You can see it's an unfinished basement in our rental. That I share with my son, and a treadmill and several boxes we haven't unpacked, and all the way over to the storage areas, things like that, and the famous cat box, which always seems to get used when I'm shooting a video. So this is what the crow works with for his conversion space, his videos, and basically everything else except priming, which is done outside. So we'll just take you through some of the stuff I've been doing of late. There's those beautiful cobras sent to me from a friend of the show, the toy enhancer. Oh man, just made my collection. And yeah, just balances everything out. But there's our Crimson Guard Immortal, which is in the stages right now. You can see I decided that this is going to be the sword he's getting. Never mind the knife, that was just to remind me to give him a sword. The head, shaved it down, gonna keep that zombie face, but we're gonna hide it under, when I'm done with this, a little face mask that slips just over the jaw. We'll have that mask sitting there, you know, like that. Kind of feel to it. Anyways, Bull is drying, he's done. Just waiting till tomorrow, and then we'll put them in hot water, slap them back together, and I'll shoot a special little video about him. But Bull's done. What else did we work on? Zap. Yeah, I'm doing my Zap variant, custom Zap variant based off of the Rick Flag body. So all I've been doing, because the body's very limiting for taking apart, it's as you can see from the hip area, clearly not a Joe 6-inch. It's a DC Multiverse Rick Flag from Suicide Squad 6-inch, but I've repainted the head a bit. I got to touch up the brows, clean up some of the skin a bit, but I did a couple of washes and repainted the facial hair to make him look more like Zap and less like Flag by just making it black. I might add a bit of gray to that hair. I don't know. Maybe just a touch of gray. And then we've got the Tiger repaint that I've been working on. Tiger's character head being added to a new body, repainting some of the body, doing some add-ons to make my Night Owl character, which is going to be the pilot for my helicopter conversion I'm working on. But I thought I'd show you this. This was my Uzi modification. What I did here, guys, was, and I've got a whole thing on it, is I custom cut a stock for my Uzi. I did another wash and some paint touch-ups. I just wanted this Uzi to be different than the other Uzis, and I really wanted to have a custom wooden stock on a small weapon like that. So that's going with her, and then I'll do up some custom colors on her vest. I'm keeping her pretty simple, just because it's half the reason I'm using her is because of the simple manipulation of the limbs. She can get real small inside that helicopter I got over there. So over here, just some little schmicking fun. So Bull's shield, not gonna do anymore. That's a big no to Bull's shield. Like the laser effects, by the way. Pew, 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 lasers. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with that. I'm probably gonna rework that into some armor plating for some other project. It just didn't work for me as a body shield for what I was going with Bull, so I decided to go without it. He had the heavy armor. He's got a shotgun now, and he's got the, what else has he got? He's got the crow breaching thing that I did. I just put a protective layer over all of that, and I finished that mask up with some nice little details on it, I think. But I didn't see him needing that shield anymore, and it wasn't working out the way I want. My cats, I'll get two other cats. That's a piece I used to make the call it a sling mount or a back mount for Bull's shotgun. But these are just those, like these are going to get incorporated as weapon storage racks for the hovercraft, and these are just little toothpick things that are going to get cleaned up, and then they're going to get done up as panels and like instrument panels and other items. I have a couple of uses for these, and I've got dozens of them, right? As you guys see, I keep a lot of spare parts on hand, and then we've got things came off the primer today. Just little things. You're gonna see that this is a pill box I used to use. Yeah, daily pill box, but you'll notice the lids have been removed, and you'll see where the lids ended up later. But plans for all these parts. These are dedicated boxes for the hovercraft parts and whatnot. So speaking of the hovercraft, we made a lot of progress over the last 48 hours, really, with that. Haven't gotten to the fins yet, but you can see we just primed the boards a couple times over so that I can lay things on it and not worry about if there's areas of paint I can't reach. Like if I couldn't get into that corner, at least it's already a flat green. Repurposed a structure that didn't work out for a torpedo launcher and just made it as a back kind of rack area. There's going to be kit going up around here. The roof line's going to sit right around here. All this extra lip area is going to be compartmental stowage, other effects, maybe some raised effects, whatnot. The roof will be removable. We connected everything well enough. It looks really rough right now, and that's just the slapped on paint to get it going, because I'm going to add a lot of paneling and things like that. But there's those doors I was talking about, like that one opens, this one over here opens, and that will be a firing port for probably a ram cannon. I've got a way to mount those, so ram cannon here, ram cannon there. I'd like to say 3D printed parts. Hopefully those they're on their way, because I'd like to look at maybe using some of them as well. Really looking forward to that whole order coming together, just because there's so many projects working right now. It could only improve all of them. But you can see I've got that cut window in there. I'm gonna probably have maybe a flap like that covering it. But the overall point was to have access. So we've started to put chairs in, like seating. You can see I got a bench in there now that I've already checked, and yeah, it fits fine. My big concern was the leg clearance for the models, and I test fitted it and it was working out fine. But we've got these side panels, and that's where those lids, the pills went, is onto the side hanging panels, the add-on armor that I was saying, and that's going to go reach up to about here. We'll do a couple panels up here probably, and then another one there, and we might do a couple to protect the rear. The idea being is that I wanted these parts so they represented a more reactive armor plating. Reactive armor, you know, probably the only things that are going to save this hull from a good rocket strike. So I'm going to want them back there as well. And then of course we got to do something about that back engine and getting the details squared away on that. But we've got a good jump on there. The blueprints I was working with, the sketches I was working with, really worked out. I'm going to be salvaging a lot of other pieces from the old piece that I replaced to slap on the sides as well. We'll have this thing done sooner than I expected, I think, but not too soon. I am really trying to keep a acceptable pace on that. So over here, what do we got? Oh, we got that like, share, subscribe sign that reminds me all the time to remind you guys to hit those buttons, and let's do something about that algorithm. But I've started mapping out the Cobra Mars lobby display, and some features I'm looking at. I'm trying to make it look real pretty, with like a opening door or pardon me, opening glass elevator that would be going up this way. I think this is going to be a Shark Tank. Like a walk across Shark Tank kind of thing. Ask me later why it ends up in a lobby like this, but It's a Dr. Evil thing, right? The sharks with the freaking lasers on their heads, right? So, yeah, we got that whole display. It's been mapped out as far as the drafts and the pics and everything like that, and my sketches. But that one's going to be a back burner. I'm just chipping away at progressively. If we go over there, that this whole blue apparatus that's sitting next to it might very well get incorporated into another display later. But then we've got our tactical perspective sign and then our other thing. But you guys can see the workshop itself, like that Joe shelf is getting crammed up and unworkable for displaying. You can see my airbrush paints are put away until I get my airbrush fixed. But overall, this space really crammed in there. So no wonder my show looks so thumpy and things get falling down all the time, right? Like that's pretty much it. The big open area where my son's Lego makes it impossible for me to really try and get in there. And then over here is where I originally had my alcove, but when we started unpacking my old apartment when I was living away from the family for a year on a posting, a lot of boxes just had to get thrown in there. So not a whole lot of room to work with in Crowley's old workshop, but he does what he does the best as he can. Thought I'd share it with you given this crappy weather on this Saturday. This is a standard Ottawa January, guys. Anyways, you guys take care. Don't forget we got that 200 subscriber contest. We're getting real close to giving away that Cobra Officer number 97. It's this guy. Yeah, I want to give him away to say thanks for letting me get to 200. Try and grow the channel up. Do that a whole lot more. I got another contest for 350 that involves custom art, more figures, hopefully some 3D printed parts and other things. So big shout out to all you subscribers, all the ones that have been out there since the beginning and all the new ones. Welcome to the channel. And that was my workshop tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next video.